Harris, what do you know?
Get your ass to Mars.
Mission.
Wait.
15,
Counting.
14, 13,
All systems are
12,
go.
11,
I am the J-Type. Gotta have time to masturbate.
Well, I think it kind of speaks for itself. He just goes completely anti-science. I'm money for naughty favors. Where's that mushroom toy?
You're a cunt now. You've always been a cunt.
I guess he's not being charged for hollering at them about masturbation and threats.
And the only thing that's going to change
once.
is you're going to become an even bigger cunt.
When I have ideas, I just write them down.
And it's a sick world that we live in, where Disney cartoons like Monsters, Inc. make a movie star out of a...
Some guns. I'm a right hater. Guns. More guns. More guns. Raining guns. It's guns.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Nothing. Everybody, welcome to Nothing Yet Live. I'm sorry, I've been busy last week.
Little distracted. We're on a little bit of limbo here.
Yeah, well, this is fucked up camera. Welcome to Nothing Yet Live. I'm Jay Tyler.
I am your Ms. Parker.
And I am moving all of this shit.
All of this shit.
It's gonna take a minute.
Yeah.
That's why I have you.
Yes. So we are kind of in a limbo mode, and we don't know really what's going to happen today or in subsequent days.
Well, we have the place. I just have to build the place. I just have to recreate this in a different space. It's about the same size. Again, don't own it. Would love to own it. Been looking at these tough sheds. Some are like $1,500. Boom, done.
1,500, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
They'll add extras. They'll want you to add extras, but you know, I know how to build shit.
You can do your own extras.
I'm gonna build a studio at some point. I don't know. Hey, what do you guys want to talk about? You wanted to talk about Michael Rappaport.
I just thought this was funny. This is Michael Rappaport, the actor, had a response to Donald Trump Jr.'s mocking and making T-shirts. Oh, it's Ask Prod Nibbles. Hello. No interns to yell at today. He had a response to Trump Jr. making T-shirts and mocking Alec Baldwin for the accident on the set of the movie Rust. And he says it pretty eloquently, I think.
Piss stain Donald Trump Jr. is on Instagram right now mocking and making fun of the tragic accidental death of an innocent woman on the set of a Alec Baldwin film, because that's what these shitbags do. The same week that his shitbag father, Dick Stain Donald Trump, was mocking and belittling the death of a 4-star general of the United States, former Secretary of State Colin Powell. These are miserable, mean, nasty fucking scumbags. The worst thing about their deaths when they pass is that people will be dancing, literally dancing, celebrating in the street, making out, having sex, parading, and you fucks won't be there to see it. But fortunately, your family will be there to witness the celebrations when you fucks die.
Yep, there are a lot of Trumps in the world.
Hey,
and
you
they
know
will
what?
see it.
Not known for mincing words, that young man. Yeah, not known for mincing words.
Yep. I, for one, will be... I have a really nice pair of cowboy boots that I will probably use to dance on a grave when the time presents itself. Do you want to talk about this?
Halloween's coming up, motherfuckers. And this is how we roll.
So, what's Halloween going to look like this year? I mean, that's moving day. Are you going to postpone, or are you going to make it um, a spooky move or something?
Well, we have like a 4 or 5 day gap.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm gonna clean this out. I'm gonna clean this out, and then I'm just gonna hang some flags, and that's gonna be it. And then, but all of this will be gone.
Well, maybe we could have a skeleton crew in here, and I can come in my Batwoman costume, and we could do a little something on that day.
Well, the idea is that it happens in one day.
Well, if everything's cleaned out and all you've got up is flags, and we have the skeleton crew down to the computers and the camera, and that'll be a test to see how we function with that, then we
I
could
can
do
pull
that.
all these out.
Yeah, pull out the big monitors, and we don't even need this monitor. We don't need a back monitor. We'll just use our Macs and we don't even need the laptop, obviously, if we don't have that. And then just these two and the camera, and then we go.
Or we do nothing for a couple weeks, and then you guys can beg for us to come back.
Leave you wanting more. Yeah, there's that too. But I think it would be cool to come on in costume.
Yeah.
Go. Hopecraft CBDs.
We could do that. Hopecraft CBDs. Jackson Tyne and Tammy Tyne are out there in Delta, Colorado, constantly working and improving the sustainability of farms. They care about the environment, they care about climate change, and most of all, they care about you. Check them out.
Oh boy, he didn't mention lube, so I will mention the lube. Hopecraft CBDs is more than 10 years in the making.
I don't need lube. I go balls deep dry.
You go.
I just go dry.
Well, what's the term? There's a term for that. Raw dog. Hopecraft CBDs is more than 10 years in the making. They make salves and tinctures and delicious candy and massage oil.
And hope we're working
toward lube and dog treats.
Nibble's like, I need a dog treat.
Visit hopext.com. That's hopext.com, and use promo code STFUJ for up to 30% off.
Veteran owned and family owned for over 10 years. These guys are great. And let's get this over with so I can get
moving. Get to the next place.
You and I are going to sit across from each other, and we're going to separate cables into boxes.
Let's do it.
I mean, that's what we're going to do.
I'm here for it.
All this shit's going to go. All this stuff has to be out of here. This wall will be blank.
His head around it, but I can see it.
No, I have it already ready to go. It's just a little depressing.
I know.
I mean, you can see how hard I worked on this place.
There's a lot of love in this room, and I think, yeah, it's kind of sad. But Mars is
2.0.
Mars is the inhabitants. It's not the space.
Yeah, it's where we live.
We are Mars.
We live in the sandbox. So appreciate it. Jackson, remember this? You remember this. This was the end of the world Halloween party. Like, this is how we party.
I'm so jealous. I didn't know you back then.
I scared the fucking shit. Can you imagine if I rolled up on you?
Especially these days.
What if I rolled up on you like that?
Especially these days, that would be pretty fucking scary. I mean, at that time, what was that, 2013?
2012.
2012. At that time, that would have been like, huh? Yeah. Ebola?
No,
not Ebola. It would be H1N1. No, but these days, if you did that, that's scary. Actually, that costume and then your plague doctor mask.
So
Now that's scary.
so funny. Hey, we're gonna cut this show short, obviously.
Because we got some shit to pack.
Right. And so here we go.
You are such a dick.
You're a dick.
Brenda?
Dick. You're a dick.
You're a dick.
Leave him alone, Rand.
You sure look like a dick
Okay,
to me.
You like to suck big dicks. Ow! Ah! Ow! Ah! Ow! Oh! Oh! I like to suck big dicks.
Said Mitch McConnell. And Mitch McConnell slams Democrats' proposal to tax billionaires, calling it a harebrained scheme to penalize people who invested wisely.
So let me just sum this up. Mitch McConnell is basically a fossil that hangs out in a closet until it's time to actually do some serious obstruction. And then he comes out with
Dude,
ridiculous statements like this.
you're going to penalize people who invested wisely? Do you know what? It's not like, okay, I have 20 grand, which I may or may not have right now. I don't know where to invest that money, but I got that money. I mean, you don't penalize people who invested wisely. You penalize people who invested in inside information and the way that they had the information. It's funny because I'm looking at my fucking portfolio and I'm like, why am I invested in J&J and not Pfizer?
A little devil's advocate here. Okay, so there are people who invest with inside information, and then there are probably some.
And then there's everybody else who gets their asses handed to.
Well, there are also people who invest properly and get a nice payout. But my argument is that those people are using a lot of resources. The companies that they're invested in, let's say, I don't know, Tesla, for example. How are those parts getting to the Tesla manufacturing places? How are those offices running? They're all running on public funds. If you're making a lot of money from a very rich company, your money is highly invested in public services. So
Look,
you do owe more money.
Look, I got a fucking decent amount of money. I mean, it's a decent amount of money. I mean, especially since a guy died and gave it to me. But there are other members of my family that got way more. I got a little bit, which was nice.
And they won't be taxed on it.
I hope they do the right shit with it.
Well, it's out of your hands.
Well, you know what? I handed that money over to Anna.
She'll be smart with it.
Fuck do I know about money?
The fuck do I know about money?
Well, actually, you know quite a bit about money. What are you talking about?
Really?
Yeah, I've known you for a while. You're pretty good with your money.
Oh, well, I'm not broke.
But you're not, like, you're frugal. And you have a plan. Look, I worked my fucking ass off my whole life and made a lot of money, but the money was spread out amongst many people. But now, Francis died and just said, bam, now we have all this money. I kind of hope that, like, I don't know what they're going to do with it. But being that I'm basically a functional idiot when it comes to money, I'm handing the money over to people that will handle it.
Mm-hmm.
better.
Mm-hmm.
And if I lose it all, or if they lose it all for some reason,
I don't think.
but I'm not going to be pissed about it. I'm going to be like, well, I trusted you with my money and now it's all gone. I trusted you with another man's money and now it's all gone.
I don't see that happening.
No.
I think where you've put your money, it's fairly diversified. And the worst thing that's going to happen is you're not going to make a lot of money.
No, but it's there.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Whoopsie.
I mean, like you have substantial investments.
Real estate, mostly, not cash. Yeah. And then 401k
Yeah. Well,
from working.
look, I'll never own anything. And nor do I care.
Overrated. Overrated. One earthquake, gone.
I got an executive producer in a helmet.
There she
Busy
is.
looking for the panier and the bike lock.
Executive producer Anna. Penier. Bike lock.
It's out there.
Non sequiturs. Anyone?
So, Dick of the Week. Oh my God.
Well, any excuse to nominate Mitch McConnell. Like I said, basically, he's a useless scarecrow that doesn't scare anyone except his wife. And he's come out to protect the people who make entirely too much money and don't pay appropriate taxes. So
Mitch
he's a dick.
McConnell said that.
In so many words. How would you interpret harebrained scheme to penalize people who invested wisely? How would you interpret that statement?
I would say they had inside information and fucked us.
Yeah, some of them did. Some of them didn't. But regardless, the people who they are invested in, who are making them that money, are using public
Hey, if
resources.
you invested wisely and you didn't cheat the system and you're rich,
you still have to pay your fair share of taxes.
Right.
Period.
But the idea that you're gonna, I don't know, make shit tons of money and then use part of that money to find a loophole and get out of taxes.
Basically, hire an accountant who knows the loopholes. Yeah, we need to get rid of the loopholes, but we also need to get rid of Mitch McConnell. And he's a dick.
Man, what are you talking about, huh? What are you talking about, man?
Hey, just because you have a cloaca doesn't mean you can't be a dick.
I'm gonna lay an egg on right on you.
No, you can't. You're a male. At least last I checked. I don't know.
Have egg leg for me. Okay.
By people who actually pay taxes.
Let's get this over with so we can get to move on. Look.
Okay, so Dick of the
Mitch
Week.
McConnell slams Democrats' proposal to tax billionaires, calling it a harebrained scheme. Nah, it's a harebrained scheme. Because that sounds so modern. To penalize people who invested wisely. The people that that term invested wisely to me literally means they had inside information, they used it, and invested that money wisely.
They invested it according to what their insiders told them to do based on things that they knew about the direction of the market. Things that they knew that would impact the direction of the markets. Is that what you're saying?
Look, I've got these fucking IRHs and shit like that I've got to deal with now. And I don't deal with them. I look at Anna and I'm like, you deal with it. Because I don't really care about money. Like, I like this. I like stuff. But I mean, I literally paid nothing for any of this shit in here.
Yeah, it's interesting.
People provided this for me to give me a platform to tell you how fucked up this shit is. Because I'm good at it. Shit's fucked up, yo. Mitch McConnell, you gotta go. Joe Manchin, man, I don't know who's gonna replace you. And the American
The Americans for what are they called? It's the G unit plus half the G unit plus Bobert.
There it is. Right
Pro American squad. The Pro America squad. There it is. Lauren Boebert, Matt Gaetz, and Marjorie Taylor Greene.
At what point do you think that those three people give zero fucks about us?
Oh, every point and everything in between ad infinitum.
Dude, Matt Gaetz, you're worth like slightly 10 times less than my grandparents. And they're not dicks like you.
They probably didn't molest children either.
No. I surround myself with people that are incredibly more valuable than you, whether it be intrinsic or financial. But I don't take advantage of those people. They invest in me because they see my value.
There's the value here.
Look, I mean, people like help me put this together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it wasn't one or two or 8 people. You know? And I can't wait to build the next studio.
Me too.
Like, I'm so close. Like, I've got 3 days, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
To deal with this. And then on the 1st, we move into our new place.
Mm-hmm.
I hate moving twice. I have to move everything into storage, and then I have to wait like one goddamn day.
Well, the stuff that's in storage, if you don't need it immediately, you can slowly.
Well, we
move
have
it
it
out.
for a month, right? But,
yeah, so you've got weeks.
But I've got 5 days
Mm-hmm.
before, like, this is all gone.
Yep.
And hoping you know how to live to have your TV.
What?
Nothing. We got a new plan. The big monitor is going to be on the back. We're going to have a couple smaller monitors.
Yeah, we probably don't need both big monitors.
I've got a couple bucks to spend.
Yep.
And
I'm going to throw down too, as needed.
I want it. This is just the prototype.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, Nothing at Live is not a space. It's a spirit.
I could slam Mitch McConnell all day about him slamming Democrats' proposal tax to billionaires, calling it a harebrained scheme to penalize people who invested wisely. No, man. It's time to reinvest
Mm-hmm.
in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, even you, as useless as you are. But
hey, since when did you diss a hoe?
About 13 seconds ago.
Oh, well, that's new.
How do we get around this, right? You can't. Billionaires do not need protection.
No.
We need protection.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just can't take all the money.
Because
then,
you can.
And then what did Mitch McConnell say? He said, blame the poor.
Yep.
It's our fault.
He's a fucking piece of shit.
Then I'm not even considered poor.
I'm not even considered poor. In fact, as far as the country goes, well, as far as my state goes, yeah, I'm kind of on the edge. But as far as the country goes, I'm rich.
Look, man, we invested wisely.
We were yanked out of the right crotches. People died.
Look, I got money now. Mm-hmm. What do you think I'm going to do with it?
Don't ask. Oh, nibbles. Yeah.
I've got what I
invest in a butt plug for nibbles.
I have gotten what I consider to be a substantial amount of money.
And a substantial amount of that money is going to be invested.
And I'm not even going to fuck with it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't fucking like money.
Well, like I said, you've got a heavily diversified setup that is going to work out for you. And it'll make money.
Yeah, I've got you, I've got Anna, I've got Julie, I've got Tracy. Like, I mean, you guys all have your differing views of whatever. Yeah. Of course, Tracy would just be like, I'll blow the money. Because she is a fun person. You would invest it.
No, I would take some trips and invest some of it.
But you know, help pay for your kids' college and shit.
Yeah, if my kid would show an interest.
Anna looks at it like a technician. She's like, this is what we want. In fact, she got rid. Like, if you look at it,
she smelled the losers and shed the losers and doubled down on the winners. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not give away any
yeah, we don't give away
any information here.
Yeah,
but
you know what this.
She knows what
Look
she's
at
doing.
that, baby. Bam. Up.
Yeah, today was a good day.
Look at that. You see all that green?
Yep.
Do you see any red? I see 3 red.
You know, I see some red that wasn't red the other day. WM was red the other day, but Tesla and Costco were in the green. I think those are still good places to be.
Yeah, I'm looking at like the market value, the price per share, how many shares I own. This is just interesting to me.
A lot of Apple and Cisco.
Yeah.
Tech.
I sold a bunch of shit and I'm really not down. Like I mean, it's if you saw the number, you might think it's a lot of money. But that's just because I've never been broke, but I've been like broke rich.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've always paid my bills, always had fun, always. I mean, I made money. I paid my employees. Like I did that shit. But like this idea that like that belongs to me. I don't know what to do with it. That's why I count on you idiots. Probably bad.
Right now, just do nothing. You got
exactly.
You got little elves scurrying around doing it all for you.
But I'm
doing a good job.
I'm looking a lot of green.
Yep.
So, I mean, when I think about what my siblings got.
Well, your
like
siblings
5 to 7 times what I got.
Your siblings, the 2 younger ones, have a lot more years to live, and the one that's closer to your age has a child. So there's that to consider. Well, a young child.
Yeah, Jessica.
Yeah, she has a little one who's gonna have expenses.
Her
and
college is paid for. Francis, thank you. You just took care of.
You know, I have a radical thought. I'm
Because my
thinking.
sister won't spend that money. She'll put that money.
I'm thinking that by the time your niece is college age, she's going to be more interested in a trade than she's going to be interested in like a university education.
Hey, I don't know.
I mean, that's where I see my kids' generation going.
I don't know what to think. I looked at my bank account and I was like, yeah, that's a fucking lot of money.
Just think of it as choices. It gives you choices for the future.
No, I don't. I just think about it as like, hey, Anna, here's all this money, make it work.
Right. Well, there's that right now. But in terms of your future, it's going to give you more choices. That's just how it is with money. Is money gives you choices.
It's all that matters. Like how are you gonna get out of this? I don't know. I do with this. So I defer to the experts. What do you want to do now?
We're at over 30. We're almost at 30. They're almost at 32. So I think we can sign off now. I think you guys have had about enough.
Yeah.
If you want more, say something.
Yeah, and we're just doing this because, again, tomorrow this place will be cleaned up.
Yep.
Like all that will be left in here is the equipment we need.
Right. And we don't know if we're going to do a show tomorrow. We might do a show tomorrow and with a skeleton.
I know that you and I are
equipment.
going to sit Indian style. And
well, it's called crisscross applesauce. Okay. Indian style is racist.
Right.
It's outdated.
Or a, what do you call it? We're going to sit down, we're going to talk about.
Bang our heads together.
About the books we want to write.
The stories that we have in our heads. Oh, we got stories.
And she's going to sit with me while I organize cables.
And I'm going to sit here with my MacBook and develop this incredible character that he's come up with that my writer friends.
You came up.
Well, my writer friends are incredibly impressed about the strong male voice that I've been expressing lately. And that's down to you.
Hey, I'm just playing myself.
Well, you can do that, but getting it on the page is the trick. Yeah, that's my job. And, together it's working. So we are getting a couple of stories published. Well, one of them's my story, and then one of them is our story in a local literary magazine called the Porter Gulch Review. And there's going to be a release party coming up in December. And I don't know, we might be called on to do some reading. So that might be coming up. We'll see. Or we might just be too acrophobic to go out and do that. We'll say, let somebody else read it for us.
It would be interesting if we could get some people to read it.
Yeah.
Need more than.
Well, you could be Sterling.
Well, I could just play that character.
So the story that we're working on now, that would be mostly you. And there's a female and a couple of other males in there. But it would be predominantly you, just like Purple Heart was predominantly me.
Look, we're working on this. Thanks for your patience. We're gonna
plural.
We're gonna go sit down for a while.
Yeah, we're gonna sort some cables and organize some shit that's eventually gonna get thrown in boxes. Moving is chaos.
This is all going in one space.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to take the delicates up to
Alexis, right?
We're relatively safe. We'll be staying up there
Until your place opens.
on the first.
So the people in there now are scurrying around doing what you're doing.
You should help them. That's what I would do.
Yeah, you should help them, and then they can come back here and help you scrub out
They
behind
don't have
you.
to help me. They just have to help me, like, hey, can I park my bikes in your yard? Because we have like 9 bicycles. Can we just park them in the yard?
It's a nice place. It's actually better than this one, and it's off. It's away from Mission Street, so it's going to be quieter and safer.
So wish us luck.
Yeah.
I don't know what else you want to talk about. COVID corner.
Nah, we're good. We can talk about that tomorrow if
Yep.
need be.
We're cutting this short because these are going to be our short shows because there's a lot of shit that we got to do.
And we're in limbo.
And so let's go do some writing.
Let's do some moving. Let's do some writing. Let's do
I'm
whatever.
going to sit on my butt
Okay.
with a bunch of boxes around me.
Okay.
And I'm going to organize cables.
Okay. And then we'll chat.
Well,
We'll do what we always do.
Your,
Yeah, I'll have my laptop and we'll just do what we always do when we're writing.
Yeah. But you don't have to do shit.
Except
We talk.
that we talk and I type.
Hey.
That's our thing. It's our marmalade.
Give us a couple weeks. I think it may be that I end up in Telluride for a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Just to
reset. Is that Thanksgiving? You going for Thanksgiving or is it Christmas? I don't know. Okay. Telluride for a couple of weeks coming up. And during that time, if you want, we can do Zoom meetings that we record.
Exactly.
So that could be shows.
So on that fucking note,
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
I'm tired. She's tired. We're all tired. We're getting the fuck out of here.
And if you don't know,
we have to pack a fucking entire planet. Look at all this.
It's hard to move from Mars 1.0 to Mars 2.0.
But I have a plan.
Now you know.
And when he's got a plan, look out.
Yeah.
Because I was a plan at one point. Yeah, well, think about that one. That one's a little deep.
I will. All right. We love you guys. We'll see you later. I am J. Tyler.
I am your Miss Parker.
This is Nothing Yet Live. We'll see you guys tomorrow, possibly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton Crew. Because you're going to have to help me lift that monster fucker off that.
We might need Dr. Z for that to help.
Yeah,
it might be a 3-person job.
I can lift the whole thing. I just need help.
You need stabilizing.
Exactly.
Okay. I can do that.
That's a piece of cake. But all this will be cleaned off. I'm going to ditch the mixer.
Really?
Yep.
What are you going to do with it?
I'm going to unplug it.
Oh, you're going to unplug it. Okay. You're not getting rid of it.
No. We're going to basically this is what's going to be left is that
and the two.
And
we're going to even have that. We don't need that.
I might save that for last.
Okay.
But
mainly we need the Macs and the iPad. Yeah. Or no, we don't need the iPad because we have that. Nobody ever calls us anyway. So
exactly. But we'll see what we're gonna do next.
All right.
All right.
We love you guys.
Hey, thanks for hanging in there. Tell your friends, like and subscribe. Hope's Crap CBDs, Etsy.com/shop/Mask by JC. Brandon Yambrovich makes our art. DailyApparelStore.com. Check them out. But yeah,
San Juan Slingshots.
of course, Davey Rowan. Hope you got
David,
his shit.
Davy Crockett Rowan.
And look for a totally different look.
Oh, but the smell will be the same. Ass prod nibbles.
All right. Are you ready to do some writing?
Yes.
Me too.
All right.
This is Nothing Out Live.
Yep.